Welcome again to our biology lesson series, and today we are going to discuss the mechanism of gaseous exchange in mammals. My name is Nashiat Shaban Salum from SUZA Television. Before we proceed, I want to remind you that on our previous lesson, we learned about the several parts associated with lungs that make the breathing in and out to be successful. Do you remember those? I'll give you a hint and help you with one, but the rest, you need to remember them yourselves. We said there are 3 parts, and one of them that we mentioned was intercostal muscles. Do you remember now? I hope you do. If not, you need to watch our videos again and read your notes. Now, let's focus on our today's lesson on gaseous exchange. How does gaseous exchange happen? Well, gaseous exchange in mammals happen as a result of inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation is the breathing air into the lungs, while exhalation is the breathing out air from the lungs. But before I proceed any further, I want you to feel the movement of your chest while breathing. So let's do it together. Just place your hand on your ribcage and try to breathe in and out. Did you feel the movement? I'm sure you did. But then, do you know what is exactly happening inside your lungs? I'm not sure if you know the answer, but if you do, that's awesome. But you shouldn't move from where you are now, because I'm going to teach you about it in detail. If you don't know the answer, don't feel bad. I'm here for you too. Now, let's go on and discuss its mechanism. To discuss about the mechanism of gaseous exchange, we are going to explain the muscles, intercostal muscles, and diaphragm, whether they are relaxing or contracting. You should know what are these by now, as we learn about them on our previous lesson. We will also look at the volume and the pressure of the thoracic cavity, whether it is increasing or decreasing. And finally, we will look at the movement of air in and out of the lungs as well. Now, let's start with the process of inhalation, breathing in. As you are breathing in, the following occurs. Come on, try hold your breath for a few seconds if you want to. The external intercostal muscles contract and pull the ribcage upwards and outwards. This leads the diaphragm muscles to contract, and diaphragm moves downwards. The volume of the thoracic cavity will increase and the pressure falls. So the air rushes in to fill the extra space and equalizes the pressure. When you breathe in, you have to breathe out as well. You can't hold your breath forever, right? So if you had hold your breath, as I told you to, time to breathe out now, if you haven't until now. So with the process of exhalation, breathing out, this is what happens. Internal intercostal muscles relax and ribcage falls downward and inward. This causes the diaphragm muscles relax and diaphragm returns to its dome shape. The volume in thoracic cavity decreases and the pressure increases. Air is forced out of the lungs through the system of trachea and finally out of the body. That's all you have to learn for today. But before we end our lesson, let's summarize what we learned by looking at this short video clip that shows the 2 processes of breathing in and out. Let's watch the video.
Breathing movements. Inspiration. The pressure in the lungs is decreased and the air rushes in. The muscles of the diaphragm contract to make it descend. The rib cage moves upwards and outwards. Expiration. The pressure in lungs is increased and the air is pushed out. The diaphragm becomes dome-shaped, relaxes and moves up. Simultaneously, the rib cage moves down and in.
I hope that video clip made it more clear for you. But let me remind you that the intercostal muscles and the diaphragm work together to change the volume of the chest cavity. Changing the volume of the chest cavity will automatically change the pressure of air inside. This means that when the pressure increases, the volume must decrease, and vice versa. The increasing and decreasing of the pressure in the lungs depending on the external pressure of the environment. Let's stop here for today. I hope you have understood the process of breathing in and out. Now, as a bonus for staying there until the end, watching me and learning today's lesson, take this question as an exercise so that it helps you while doing your revision. See you next time, and thank you.